It's Jack and Ross back once again from Cultaholic with more wrestling news. Are you excited for this second video, Ross?
I don't know.
Oh.
Should I be? You've seen it.
It's pretty exciting. There's some exciting news. Yeah. I'll tell you the headlines right now. A Raw match has reportedly been changed in response to AEW. More cuts have also apparently been made to NXT, and a former WWE superstar has teased a wrestling return. More on that in just a sec. So first of all, let's delve into the murky world, and I'm so scared because of the partisan nature of wrestling fans these days, of WWE versus AEW. Now, on Wrestling Observer Radio, it was reported that WWE have apparently changed a match for, I believe, tonight's Raw, in fact.
Tonight's Raw is what's sat here.
From a tag title match between RK Bro and MVP and Bobby Lashley to a singles match between Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
But Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE title is still listed to be happening at Extreme Rules on September the 26th. So we're going to get 2 title matches in 2 weeks.
Can you not see them taking that match off Extreme Rules?
I would do so. Personally,
But
would you?
Probably to keep this match more unpredictable tonight, because if they keep that match at the pay-per-view, you don't see. Actually, you know what?
I swear to God, Jack, if it ends in a DQ, I'm going to quit.
No, you know
I'm
what?
going to set myself on fire.
You know what? I think that they could have a shock title change tonight. They might have panicked.
A bit of hot potato.
Apparently the reason for all of this is because of AEW's wonderful ratings recently, on Dynamite specifically, and this is a response to that, which is what's just led me there to think, will they just have Randall beat him? He certainly had his number last week.
Is that what's going to get the 18 to 49 demographic? Proverbially,
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
Why the hell not? It is just weird how Raw is obviously, the longest weekly episodic professional wrestling show in the history of weekly episodic professional wrestling shows. But last week's episode was almost entirely dedicated to building up to have this tag team match with Lashley and MVP coming out on top in that tag team turmoil match. It was fantastic. Raw having lots of wrestling, good stuff, and then that's just been forgotten about.
Potentially. Unless they then push the tag team title plans to later on in this feud, maybe next week or the week after, and then Extreme Rules rolls around and it all gets sewn up. I don't know. It's all very open-ended at the moment, but yeah. Seems like it's reportedly, according to Meltzer at least, a response to AEW's ratings.
We should stress reportedly as well, because Raw has been on a terrible habit of promoting matches and then just not having them happen.
Yes, absolutely. So we're not guaranteeing you that match is going to happen.
It could happen, but we're also planned for this week's show is Damian Priest's US Open title challenge.
Sheamus
I wonder where he got that idea. Shayna Baszler taking on Charlotte Flair. Woo-hoo! Good. I hope Shania wins. Shania Twain's going to be on Raw. Natalya versus Rhea Ripley, an 8-man tag with the New Day, Mansoor and Ali going up against AJ Styles, Omos, and the old Retribution fellas.
That 8-man tag could be a wonderful match.
I like this. Lots of wrestling on Raw. That's what you want to see.
A lot of this week's Raw looks pretty good, actually. Hopefully,
if it happens, though.
Hopefully, it doesn't get ripped up, but you never know.
Yeah.
A big reason for the boost in ratings to AEW is, of course, the jumping ship of stars such as Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson. But one name that we haven't seen as much of since he left WWE is Braun Strowman, or Adam Scherr, to give him his current or real name.
His real name.
His real name. He is reportedly, in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, in talks with Impact Wrestling. What do you make of that?
That is a place where I could see Braun Strowman flourishing, because he is absolutely massive, and not too many other members of the Impact roster are absolutely massive.
No, and the shooting of Impact, like the hard cam thing, he's going to fill that entire screen.
He is. He's a big boy. And of course, I assume that Braun Strowman is relatively creative.
Yes.
I don't know where I've plucked that assumption from, but I've plucked that assumption from somewhere.
Hopefully.
And if there's a place you want to flourish creatively, as I've seen in the past with so many people, maybe apart from Ethan Page, he wanted to be more creative, but they sort of hamstrung him, didn't they?
Yeah.
If you want to be a wrestler and be creative, Impact is your place. So why can't Braun Strowman flourish?
Well, Dave Meltzer has suggested that we could see him at October's Bound for Glory pay-per-view, historically one of Impact's biggest pay-per-views of the year, maybe the biggest, alongside Slammiversary, I'll say, because he reckons that any former WWE star waiting to debut for Impact will likely debut on that show. Adam Scherr himself fueled speculation last month, tweeting about making an impact while Impact executive Scott D'Amore previously said in a Twitch clip that Impact is on the road to Braun for Glory.
Could just be a shaver sponsorship, eh? Could just be a shaver sponsorship, that's all we can know. Braun do shavers. Also, I think Braun Strowman on a tweet referred to himself, potentially reading between the lines, as Titan. So that could be his brand new name. Hello there, I am Titan.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's all right. He is. He's a monster, but I think... No, Titan's fine, sorry. I'm not. It's just a bit of a shot, isn't it? Is it a shot at WWE? Like,
Titan Towers?
Yeah.
They're going to be a tag team, aren't they? Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt and Impact called Titan Towers?
No, I don't want it.
Could you imagine, eh?
No, I don't want that. Anyway, to head over to Titan Towers now, with some sad news actually, but I'm excited by the source of this one because it's the new kid on the block. It's Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net. He's getting the scoops. He's really flourished and thrived over this past... Well, I'm just paying attention to the news reporters, like to the sources, like who's doing well now. But Cassidy Haynes, he is the...
We should really do like a weekly roundup of who's hot and who's not in the world of wrestling journalism. Meltzer down, Sean Ross Sapp up, Cassidy Haynes up.
Yes.
Mike Thingy, I've forgotten his name.
Mike Johnson,
solidly in the middle.
Yeah, as always, he's one of my favourites. Do you know why Mike Johnson's one of my favourites, right? Just to go off the beaten track a little bit. So short, his reports. Paragraph long, bang, he's the anti-Meltzer.
It's as if he didn't know about keywords and word counts and Google.
But I appreciate it. I appreciate it though from Mike Johnson. Never change Mike Johnson. Of PW Insider. But now we're talking about Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net, who sadly reported that WWE made another round of NXT related cuts this week. This time he asked who they were, and the source simply told him production. Apparently NXT is now down to a skeleton crew, which all falls in line with, rumours of the show. Well, not rumours now, actual confirmed reports that the show is changing and everything. But it's always sad to hear about people losing their jobs, especially when they've not really done anything wrong.
Of course it is, and I don't know what else to say there, Jack. No. It is just very sad news. Hope they're all going to do well in whatever they do next.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate indeed. And also, we've got to talk about another former WWE star. Although, I don't know how much to trust this one.
I just want him to retire.
No.
I saw those polls on Twitter where he put a thing. What was that option he put? Like, please don't come back. Please retire.
Yeah, please retire or something like that.
Why would you put that in the poll Ryback just to spoil who we're speaking about here today?
It's Ryback.
I was joking, by the way. I don't want him to retire. No. I was just making a reference to that Twitter poll he put on twice.
He did it multiple times.
Yes.
Yeah. A glutton for punishment, as they call him. Now, Ryback has teased his return by posting this message on social media: "You're not the most famous pro wrestler on TikTok without a match in 3 years for no reason." I'll recap that sentence there because it's a bit... You're not the most famous pro wrestler on TikTok without a match in 3 years for no reason. He's saying, I'm dead famous even though I've not wrestled for 3 years. Your hero is returning soon and you will cheer me because you believe in my actions. Hashtag hungry.
Could he be returning to a restaurant?
No, I think he means the ring, the wrestling ring. And like Braun Strowman, I could most easily, I think, see him show up in Impact.
He's another big boy.
Yes, he is.
I don't know where I'd see Ryback these days.
Well, he's been in WWE and developmental for his entire adult life.
One place I definitely couldn't see him is in WWE, just after what he's done since he's left and what he's been saying. So I don't know where to see him. I don't know how I feel about Ryback. Do you like Ryback?
I honestly don't know still. I still don't know. Sometimes I see Ryback and I'm like, oh, why did they never, make him the champion? And sometimes I'm like, just stop.
He never did it for me, apart from the period of time where he had like the pre-show stopper and he started taking the piss a bit on the kickoff shows back in whatever year it was, 2016 I think it was. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he does come back where he does land.
Yeah, and will he wrestle?
Yeah.
Simon Miller. Which was the full sentence. Will he wrestle Simon Miller?
Oh, will he wrestle Simon Miller? Yeah.
Yeah, we want to see that. Finally, as well, Parker Boudreaux has been given a new NXT name ahead of the relaunch of NXT. So get set, everyone, for a new NXT-rific name. Ross, on the count of 3, please read the new NXT name for Parker Boudreaux. 3, 2, 1.
Gunnar Harland.
Gunnar Harland is going to dominate NXT. NXT, of course, will be tonight on Tuesday, and it's going to be the first... Tomorrow on Tuesday. Sorry, everybody, I can't get my words out. And it's going to be the first of a new era. We'll potentially see a new NXT champion. Are you Is there a shred of optimism?
Yeah, of course there is, because NXT is... I was sat there watching last week's episode thinking, my God, this is a bit boring, this now. But then Tom Campbell, the voice of reason, sat next to me upstairs on the Upper East Side, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Upper East
of the
Side.
office, all that stuff and all that malarkey. He said, just don't worry, Ross, they're launching again next week. They're just turning their wheels until they get to the big launch tonight. Oh, tomorrow night, sorry. After what he did, eh? What a funny mistake
why do I
to
think
make.
it's tonight?
So, I don't know why you think it's tonight, Jack, but it's exciting. The new era. Big things are going to happen. You watch this space.
Okay.
Hopefully big things are going to happen, because NXT has been cold for a while now for me. Apart from Cameron Grimes, apart from Dexter and Indy, it's been a bit cold, hasn't it? And LA Knight, of course. He's always hot.
It's night time.
It's night time.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Do leave your thoughts and comments on any of these stories in the comment section down below. We've been Jack and Ross, and as we said on the last video, watch our spicy challenge. Go on.
Look at the pain in
Right,
our
lad,
faces
look
there,
at
man.
that.
Whether you like us or don't, just go and watch it, because you can laugh at our pain and misery.
Bloody YouTube, innit? It's YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Soulless.
We'll see you soon.
Gutless.